Guys, it is not a question of Milo Yavar Koteshwaradu or Kaun Marega Karodpati. For this question, why you are taking such a whole gap? Only one person till now, Srinivas answered. Even can't you prefer what is the food you like? Then what will you answer in technical or communication? Ramu, sweets, Lakshmi, also rice. Okay, healthy food. Okay, okay. That means actually participated persons are four or five, and remaining people may have maybe shy or starting trouble. Like a old bikes or old cars are having some starting trouble. You people also have it, right? So try to avoid that, guys. Why I am asking such a simple question and easy question to break your maybe it may be a fear or it may be shy or anything. That's why even in interview also, if you attend, what will be the first question for you? Introduce yourself or tell me about yourself or introduce yourself or self introduction something. Why they will ask it? Yeah, to feel free because they are asking about yourself. It is not related to any academics or technical questions. At least if you discuss 2 minutes about yourself, then you will be free. You can adjust for that atmosphere. Okay, now. But even not about food. This is not interview. I'm not offering any jobs. Till now, you are not able to realize or not able to answer such a small question. What you will ask in future? Let us see. Today also, I will give you three frequently asked questions in interview, guys. Let's see how many people may answer it. Okay, Priyanka and Hanuman. Good. Let's come into the next part, guys. So, importance of placement awareness. Why you have to aware about placements, guys? How many of you know about where are the opportunities available for placements? Did anyone have an idea? Where placements are available for freshers or experienced people? If you need a job, where you need to search? Naukari, Glassdoor, okay, LinkedIn, Indeed, okay. So almost remaining people don't know that terms that websites also where generally companies will post. That too, Naukari is a old version, guys. If you people have Naukari account, there is no problem. But nowadays, every person have to maintain LinkedIn account. How many of you have LinkedIn account? How many are opening at least once in a day? How many are using it like a Facebook or Instagram by sharing your personal pics? Or I visited this restaurant, biryani is so nice. Such a comments. Did anyone use like that? No, LinkedIn used for only professional purpose, guys. If you want to share anything, it is related to your career option. If a new technology is released, if a new tool is released, if you are using such a new tool, you have to give a review, you can do that. But don't open Devara movie released, heroine is nice, NTR action is good. I seen some of the students who will post it in a LinkedIn. No, that is not the right way to use LinkedIn. You can use it either Instagram or Facebook for that purpose. Maintain LinkedIn is completely for professional usage, and many of the companies now directly offered apply directly with LinkedIn link. No need to again enter your details. If you log in with your LinkedIn, automatically it will apply to the company. So your LinkedIn profile, how you maintained, is very important. So after end of the class, I will share you a link, complete information about LinkedIn profile, guys. How to create, what to do, and what not to do in LinkedIn. Complete, there is a 1 hour video nearly. I will share that. If you don't have LinkedIn account till now, don't create unless and until watch the video. If you already have an account, watch the video, and if any changes required, please modify it. Okay, now how to get a good network, how to apply for companies using LinkedIn. With LinkedIn only you can apply few companies. Few companies will directly call you how you are maintaining that LinkedIn account. Okay, now remaining Indeed or Glassdoor if you have, okay. And the main purpose, how your mail ID will be in the LinkedIn, guys. What is the mail ID generally preferred? Characters, numbers, and capital letters, small letters, special characters. I am not asking password, mail ID, username. At the rate of gmail.com. Gmail is a one way to use Gmail. That is mail. One network is Gmail. Few people may have Yahoo. If you people have a website, at the rate website.com, something, any mail ID you can create, but generally people will follow Gmail. That's it. If you have yahoo.com, .in, no, there is no issues, guys. You can use it. But whatever you are using, don't attach it to your Facebook or Instagram IDs, because too much of spam messages will come, spam emails. If any company sent an interview, but unfortunately you will delete it, because one day you will receive 20 or 30 emails. So people don't have patience to search everything. After 3 4 days, if you open the mail, what will happens? Every day 30 emails means 34s or 120 emails. Who will search 120 emails? Which is good, which is valid, which is not valid? What we will do? Select, unread, delete. So where you are applying for jobs, try to maintain a single Gmail account, LinkedIn account, or if you want to use Naukri completely for your career or your job point of view, maintain one email ID, guys, and don't give it to any other spam messages. For example, few websites, if you download some songs or movies, they will ask your mail ID. If you are giving such unnecessary websites, they will send some spam messages every day. There will be a problem. Actually, you may miss the main content or main email from the company. If you miss it, definitely there will be a problem. I see some of the students, they are not ready to search. So unwanted places, if Gmail ID is required, create one for that. But one is for complete professional purpose. And I know I will display some of the email IDs also, guys, how they will create. Uh, Suppose one of the person created rahul143 at gmail.com. Is it required to add it in your company? Or prasanna sweetie at the rate gmail.com. If she is sweet or hot, why company need for it? So change the mail IDs, which should be in a professional. Actually, your name or your role, that is enough. For example, Naren. What is my mail ID? Excel by Naren at gmail.com. Being an Excel trainer, I created my mail ID with my name. If required, then only add numbers, or else don't add numbers, guys. If you are going for data analyst, suppose Ajay analyst at the rate gmail.com. If you are strong in SQL, you are trying for Power Apps, try with that name and role. Combination of the try email ID, so you can easily get it. If you are not getting, means what you have to use is your date of birth. That to better use two digits, only two digits. It may be ending year or maybe your date or month. For example, my birth month is July. So I try with 07. Narayan07 at gmail.com. I will try for this. Because some of the HRs will ask, what is the representation of 07? Why you use that number? What is the specialty? Because suggested by Gmail, sir. No, if there is a valid reason, whatever you use, a single word, single letter in your resume should be justified by yourself, guys. That may be hobbies or strengths or career objective or starting from email ID, and what is the LinkedIn profiles, what are the projects you did should be related to the job which you are applying. And if they may ask anything, you are ready to justify yourself. And what generally people will do, they will download some resumes, they will change name and mobile number. I seen some of the students who went for mock interview, they didn't even change gender as well. But how can they apply? How can they come for mock interviews? If the so many blunders, how can the people will qualify, guys? How can they will call for a resume for interview purpose? And nowadays resumes also changed it into ATS. Did anyone know the term called ATS? Application Application tracking system. So humans can't validate your resume. In olden days, they will calculate your, they will find your resume, they will check, and whether need to call for that person or not, they will decide. But nowadays system will decide whether your resume is valid or not. Few people, what they will do, they will prepare their resume their own style, like how they will decorate their home for festivals, muggulu, all they will add. So ATS will not qualify that resume. Even you have 100% required skills, but if the format is bad, you never get a call. Did anyone have an experience after applying 3 4 months also that you never received a call from that company? Why? Because your resume is not shortlisted. First, your resume should be shortlisted, then they will call for you. Is a telephonic round. If you are okay with that, then they will schedule an interview. Okay, na? All should be AI usage now, guys. That to system will qualify means you have to follow that format. What is that format? What you need to represent also we'll discuss briefly, and I will send you one video related to complete resume usage. How your resume will be, because if your resume is bad, technically how much strong you are doesn't matter. You never receive a call because you need to upload your resume. Or if you went for company, you have to hand over the resume to the HR, and it should be same, guys. I've seen some of the students, they will upload one resume and they went for interview with another resume. If names are okay, but required skills and matching criteria, projects, everything will be different. How can projects will be different from same person resumes? That too within 10 days span of time. So what you are using, everything should be professional and plan for it. Dedicate 1 week also, there is no problem. But prepare your resumes, your LinkedIn profile, and one more profile is GitHub. How many of you know about it? There is a word of GitHub. How many of you know? Good, Vinay. Hanuman tool. Okay, website. Guys, GitHub is a tool actually. You no need to learn completely. But whatever the projects you did, even if you have your certificates, training completed certificates, you can add in your GitHub. Your projects, project reports, you can add in GitHub profile. Your practice files, you can add in GitHub profile. And that too free of cost. They never charge you. Till 500 MB storage, they will offer for free. Even if you save in PDF files, also 500 MB is too much enough. No need to worry about it. Okay, na? Don't upload your selfie videos all. Then the storage will fill. Only use for your project reports, your certificates, whatever you received, and you have to add these links to your resume. How to add that links to your resume also I covered in this resume topic. How to create GitHub profile, that is also I will share you guys. If you don't have GitHub profile also, watch the video and complete your projects. What are the projects related to your training field? In which field you are trying for jobs, do the projects based on that profile and add it in GitHub, and the same link you have to add it in the resume. So any HR may have any doubt, they will click that link on the resume and it automatically open. So I will show you a practical resume with GitHub links also, how it will work, how your resume should be. And almost everyone, even fresher or experienced, try to plan 1 page resumes. 2 pages, 3 pages, 4 pages, the trend is gone, guys. When my father is trying for jobs, the trend is following. Nowadays, only single page resumes is more than enough. But how you are organizing it in a single page is your task. And your ATS score, how to check ATS score, your resume score, also important. Minimum it should cross 65 to 70, at least 70 plus. If you achieve 80 plus, it is good. Every resume score is 70 plus, then 99% every ATS software will qualify your resume. Your resume will be shortlisted in every case. 70 plus. Even in worst case, few companies will shortlist for 65 as well, but try to get more than 70. Okay, na? For that, what you need to add in your resume, what type of style you need to prepare, that too in a single page. I will explain. That too for freshers or experience. Both the persons I will give. And just you need to follow that, change your details, guys. And your projects, how to do, everything I will discuss. Okay, done. So here, if you want to discuss about full stack data analytics, what are the required skills, guys? Generally, Power BI, okay, SQL, Excel, Python, Tableau, okay. Is there any other markets boards in the Abirpet or SR Nagar? Guys, Power BI, Tableau, both are same BI tools. If you are perfect in one, that's more than enough. No need to mention I'm good at Power BI, I'm good at Tableau. If you are good at Power BI, if you know the basics of Tableau, that may be the additional advantage. That's it. No company required both the skills, Tableau and Power BI. Okay, now? And SQL is a database. Oracle is a database. If you are good at SQL, that is enough. No need to be perfect in two or three types of database. But how the tool will be and basics, if you just watch the video of half an hour or 1 hour, overview of the tool, that is also enough, guys. Because if they share a report, you may did in Excel or you may do in Power BI or you may do in Tableau. If you complete the report, that is the company task. And Tableau or Power BI, which service the company is ready to purchase, they are paid to the clients, the same tool they will allot for you. That's it. And if you are good at one, any tool you can learn easily. That to self learning you have to do. That too you have to be perfect in one tool. Don't learn 10 type of tools with half of knowledge, guys. Instead of that, better to perfect in one, and remaining tools try to get an awareness. So for database, you need SQL, and for BI skills, you need Power BI. And Python is a optional, guys. Always, only 10% of the companies will mandatory to you have to know about Python. Remaining 90%, they will mention in their job description clearly. If you know Python, it may be additional advantage. Okay, na? That means you no need to be perfect in Python. If you know, that may be additional advantage means it is not required. But if you know, it's okay. Okay, na? That is the thing. And why Excel is mandatory in data analytics? Generally, we call it as mother of data analytics is Excel, guys. Because if you are perfect in Excel, Power BI or Tableau, any BI tool is easy. Having some advantages, and it's a free tool. Will be available in every system. If you purchase a laptop, will you get without Excel? No, with Excel is mandatory. And it is available everywhere. That's why still few companies will follow Excel only to prepare dashboards as well. Whatever you do in Power BI, 80% you can do in Excel as well. And some of the advantages in Excel, some of the advantages in Power BI, that is different. Every BI tool having some advantages, some disadvantages. Few things we may do in one tool, few things we may not do in other tool. And you have to be clearly understand that why Power BI is useful instead of Tab. Being a BI or a DA analyst, data analyst, you are going for an interview. If you mentioned why Power BI required and why it is better advantages, what are the better advantages than other BI tools? Can anyone answer that question? Instead of other BI tools, why you learn Power BI? Instead of other databases, why you learned Excel? Instead of other programming language, why you learned Python? Compared with Tableau, okay? Maybe online people may answer 20, 30 members. Okay, Vinay is the only one. And Shubham, okay? Power BI easy to understand compared to others. Power BI tool is MS, only Microsoft because of you trust Hanuman, okay? Tableau costly compared to Power BI, Vinay, okay? More graphs and other tools available in Power BI, Shubham, okay? Nagendra, seems like Excel to provide more scope to get the apps, huh? Okay, maybe. So any question, you can question yourself, guys. Whatever technology you are learning, why you learned that? Because your friend suggested, or your father, mother, brothers, or sisters suggested. Learn Power BI. Or while walking in Amirpet, I seen a board, I joined. I learned. Whatever you learn, there is a requirement, yes or no? Why you would learn Power BI or data analytics, all the tools? Power BI has compatible to other data sources than other software. Okay. Don't you question yourself, guys, even after completion of the training as well? Why you learned Power BI? Only 5 6 responses I received from online, and 2 3 persons responded in offline. Or did anyone ready to say, do Power BI, I will marry you? Did anyone say like that? Then why you learned? No answer. Very good answer. So key areas that too, especially in data analysis, what you people need to strong. These are the skills, guys. So Excel, SQL, Power BI, and Python, and that too Python is also an optional. And soft skills is an other important tool. Whatever you learn, how to convey that and how to answer, how to behave. Did anyone know how to give you a handshake? Definitely, if you went for interview, 90% they will offer handshake means. That is not about a formality, because there are 10 to 20 different variation of giving handshake. There are few experts, if you just offer handshake, they will read your mind and they will tell you about yourself. Hand log, how to log the hand, and how much pressure you have to apply, how much time you have to hold the hand, everything is a matter. I'm not going too much deep. You people may know about handshakes. So anything technically, what you need to learn? Excel. Why Excel need to learn? What are the other advantages we have in Excel other than Power BI or Tableau or the other tools? You have to explain about it. There is a important expected question for interview. And why SQL is required? What you need to do in Excel or SQL? To store the data. For that Excel word, anywhere you can store the data. Large amount of data. For that SQL is useful for validation purpose. Validation, manipulation. Because all the three things you can do in Excel, Power BI, and SQL as well, right? Then what is the specialty? If Excel is enough for storing the data and do manipulations and all, why SQL need to learn? But in Excel, in SQL, we have to store billions of records and billions of records for longer period of time. Okay. But in Excel, we can store some million of records compared to SQL. Some million means how many? I don't know the specific. If you use a word in interview, be careful that you have to know the answer. Or if you don't know some millions, instead of that, you have to use the another word. The phrasing of answers is very important, guys. Your interview completely depend on how you are introducing yourself. If you play well, whatever the questions or whatever the topics you are strong in particular subject, HR may ask same questions. If you play well, that's why I'll tell you, attempting of interview is also a art, guys. If you are giving hands to HR may ask any question. Instead of that, if you suggest HR what to ask, then you play very well. You can easily handle the interviews. Did anyone, one of your friends or brothers are there who can handle every interview? Even with less amount of knowledge also, they can handle the interviews very well. Why they are qualifying? Even after that, you may think, after in the interview, my friend didn't answer questions, sir. He have very less knowledge than me, but he got the job. I answered every question, but I am not able to getting into the job. Did anyone have that experience of your friends or classmates? Some people may have less knowledge than you, but they went for interview, they can crack. And we complained that, sir, HR asked 2 minutes, they discuss with my friend, and for me, HR asked 20 questions. I am unable to answer. That means you have skills, but you don't know how to play the interview. So while introducing yourself, how to end, you have to give HR to a hint, guys. Suppose in Excel you are strong, or Power BI, Power Pivot, Power Query, where you are strong, you have to add that point. And don't say to HR, sir, ask me questions in only Power Pivot today. Don't say like that to HR. Indirectly, you have to convey the same message. So while ending, sir, recently I did a project on Power BI by using Power Query and Power Pivot. My client is very happy. I helped my friend. I did a freelancing work. Anything you can convey. As an experienced person, you can mention. I worked based in my recent project is this one. I completed using Power BI and Power Pivot. And if you are a fresher, sir, in my recent project yesterday, I did that using Power Query and Power Pivot. The project is very well, sir. I feel very happy. Even my friends and my teacher or my trainer also appreciated me. Then definitely they will concentrate on same topics. Power Query, Power Pivot you mentioned. Then HR will think how strong you are in that. Let us check. No HR will prepare a questions, guys. What to ask? If your interview is done, then they will think what to ask. Is there any point in your introduction or in your answer? They will start asking from it only. If you are not mentioning anything, then HR will think which question I have to ask. At that time, we are not in the position to answer. But indirectly, if you mention HR, then they will ask about it. So after asking 5 6 questions, they will decide easily whether this person need to qualify or not. If you answering 7 questions minimum out of 10, they will qualify you guys. Don't think I need to answer 10 out of 10. If they ask 10, you answered 7, that is enough. You will qualify in the interview. No company expect 100% answers from you. If you answered 7 questions, but are 2 questions you don't know how to say no, sir, please change the question. Our audience poll, call a friend. Huh? Hmm. That's it. But before leaving interview, they will ask you a question. Do you have any questions to me? 90% every interview, HR will end for that question. Okay, your interview is done. Do you have anything to ask? What way people will ask? I know some of my students answered, sir, is snacks is good in the company or not? There is a two-way caf facility or not? If I work on extra days, they will give you OT or not? Instead of that, use a valid question, guys. If HR asks any question you are unable to answer, ask about that. Sir, you asked this question, I am unable to recollect that. Can you please give me an answer? Then HR know that this person have curiosity to know about the company and to know about the answers. Even if you didn't answer 1 or 2 questions also, if you ask the one, if you ask about feedback of the interview, or if you are unable to answer any question, or where you are struggling in the interview, ask the HR. Then definitely it is a positive impact on your side, guys. That's why I'm telling you, attempting of interview is a art. Practice it. That's why even soon we are conducting mock interviews. Let us see how many people may play well. You people are attended, right? Within a gap of 1 week, do you people ready to attend mock interview, guys? 1 week gap I will give you. After Diwali, celebrate it very well. Crack all the crackers, but without spoiling your hands, and come for the interview with your resume. Let's schedule. Either it may be if you are interested for offline or online, we'll schedule it, guys. By November first week, we'll update you. Then let us see how you are answering well. I may expect at least 70% result in it. That too, 2 3 persons are agreed for that. After a gap of 1 month. Very good, guys. So nice of you. So SQL, data management, and querying we will use. Just 1 or 2 words I am giving you guys. And don't learn this only. Other skills, prepare yourself. Why Excel is important, why SQL is important, why Power BI, why Python. Python means definitely you have to introduce with libraries, pandas or numpy, or what other tools who learn Python, matplotlib, some other libraries are there. Syllabus, mention that libraries and try to know at least basics of it, then only add it in the ratio. Based on your resume, 60 to 70% I will decide whether the person is qualified or not, guys. So that too, I'll share you the resume as well. If you copied also, I don't have any problem, but change all the details to your profile. And let's prepare for the answers. And in soft skills, what you learned: communication, problem solving, team collaboration. Team collaboration means Microsoft Teams we will use. We will add a group call. No, then to work together. How many of you add a project or academic project in your resume, guys? Yes. What is your project role? Your role in the project? You are the developer. How many of you had team leader in it? You are the team leader. Did anyone here who don't have team leader in your resume? All are team leaders only. Then who is in the team, guys? 99.9%. If you check any resume, the role of the project is a team leader. So if every person is a team leader, then who are in the team? If every person in the institute is a trainer, who are the students? If every person in a restaurant is a chef, then who are the customers? We don't know. If you add, there is no problem, guys. Then I will question you. But what is your leadership skills? How can you define you as a team leader? How you handle your team? Will you give an example? Anyone here? Team leader, you added very good. So, what are the leadership skills you have, or what are the problems you faced as a team leader? No, no, they are asking about in your team as a project what you faced. Coming on time, mark attendance, coming on time. Okay, then some more. Project completed date on time. You complete the project. Okay, that means every team member is also completed, right? If project is done, then why only team leader? Team collaboration. Okay, that is a word itself. Justify with an example, guys. If any question they may ask, and even it may not be happened in your personal life, but convey that. Sir, one in my team, I developed a suppose a website HTML by using HTML I developed, and I want to introduce a login page. So one person is good at CSS, so I allot that project to that person, and I want to know first discuss about the whole team which subject they are strong. Based on that, I will allot the work, sir. I will split the team, and I will divide into few modules, and I will allot the module to the respective person where they are strong. And finally I learned other skills as well, and to try to group and make a complete project. So a team leader quality is first they have to know in which subject, in which core subject the particular team member is strong. So every team person, the individual person need to have an idea. As a team leader you have an idea about every person in your team. If it may not happen, try to mention some convey with message, guys. Add some story, there is no problem, but it should be related to that project. Or while going picnic there is so and so issue, sir, I can handle it. What happened, you can mention. It may not be in reality, but mention that. Who knows? They never call for interview, right? They never call your friends, is it happened or not? It is not a lie detector test in CID department, huh? So create a story that something happened, I handle it. Okay, but before that you have to prepare these definitely expected questions, guys. How you are handling is very important. Okay, all we will say in again mark interviews what you understand. So before attending any company, what you need to do as a placement process, before research about the company, don't attend that interview, guys. How many of you went for interviews till now? Any one interview? Did anyone have interview experience? Not even one company. Okay. What is the company name? TCS. What is the interview questions you expected? Except technical, tell me. General questions. Okay. Daily routine. That's it. So in any other company, if you want to apply, what is that company name and what is the projects they are handling, and what are the MNUs recently is memorandum and understanding, any MNUs they may signed or not, something know about the information. or who is the CEO, what he did, what is the turnover, is the company in profits or loss, which technologies they are working, which service departments they are working. Because being a software, few companies dedicated for only health sector, few companies in retail sector, few companies in general store type of categories, few only in logistics. Try to know about that company, where it happened. Only with the LinkedIn is it also enough, guys. In LinkedIn, search about the company name. You will get the information. A complete page, what are the recent contracts, everything you will get it. If you open company website, also you will get it, but not complete information according to an order. But in LinkedIn, what are the recent changes, everything they post. Based on date also you can easily handle. And recent activities always on the top. Just like your Facebook posts or Instagram post. What are the recent posts always appear on the top right in your timeline? Same like in LinkedIn also. Try to know about it. If you mention the recent changes or why you prefer that company. The expected question, why only this company? Why you want to join in TCS? Did you get that question? Then what will you answer? TCS is a good company. It is like a second government in India. And I love Ratan Tata. Recently he died, so I want to replace his role. Huh? So why you prefer that company means don't say this is also one of the good company. This is best company. Instead of that, mention one or two points. What happened? That then the HR will understand really you are interested about that company. Okay, no? And no need to buy hard for that, guys. Just even on travel also you can just go with a glance. Because in mobile every person have mobile. Did anyone have here without mobile or Android mobile? It is like third hand for all, for everyone. Definitely mobile is required nowadays. And the internet, anyone without internet? Only calling packages? No. Daily 1 GB, 2 GB or 3 GB, maybe daily unlimited also future packages everyone will have. So LinkedIn app is available, download it and just search for the company. Before attending the interview you can have some information. Either one or two points if you mention, that is enough. And application procedure, few people have online application procedure, guys. For that, what you need to apply, one is a photo required for you, that professional photo. Create one folder in your laptop, your photos and your certificates starting from 10th to graduation or post graduation, whatever you did. And certificates of course completion certificates. Here also you will get course completed certificates. In online also you did any other certification courses, download all the certificates with that name. Here also ab trainings, ab trainings, ab trainings.pdf, don't save like that. Excel ab.pdf, SQL ab.pdf.com, something with that actual certificate related to which subject and which related to which industry or which institute. Add that and save that. And finally, your resume. What is the name of your resume, guys? Who will care name, sir? My name in the resume is okay, but resume name is also important, guys. They will say resume 1, resume 2, resume 3, resume copy, copy of copy resume. If you directly copy, it will create name like that. But people will upload in the same way. But don't do it. So if your name is Narendra or my name is Narendra, I will save Narendra resume. Then they can clearly understand and maintain this. If you don't have this type of names, have other names like a resume 1, resume 2, resume 3, they think that people don't have interest to change the name as well. If they downloaded that resumes, 10 resumes they downloaded which are good, every name is resume 1, resume 2, resume 3, how can they understand? And if your resume having name along with resume, Narendra resume, they can easily understand and they will give first priority to you. By discussing many HRs, what are the HR problems? These are the HR problems, guys. Even I went for few companies to train HRs what type of questions they have to ask in general interviews. I will give you one or two questions for you today. Let us see what will you answer. And finally, interview stages. In job description, they will give you what are the stages, either online exam or offline exam, face to face or telephonic interview, group discussion, or just a minute, or projects you have to do, or they will allot any programs or tasks you have to perform. They will mention clearly. Try to know about that stages and prepare well. Suppose there are some interviews in Bangalore, there is some interviews in 2 3 days continuous process, guys. If you plan for one day, then there, if it will be a problem. Why it will the problem come into the picture? Because you didn't aware about it. Read the job description. 99.9% every company mention the stages or rounds. What are the rounds they are going to conduct? Okay, na? Based on that, plan for it. Sir, I didn't carry my clothes. I didn't book a room. I already booked a return ticket. I need to go. Don't say these type of answers. Plan 3 or 4 days. What are the interview process? And ask them whether it can complete in a single day or not. Because you are going for out of station, you have to plan. If you are in the same place, there is no problem, guys. You can easily handle. And the next one, your resume. How your resume will be. So first, contact information is required, guys. For example, this is the resume. So divide it like a heading. Here you need to include contact information. Or if you are preparing one side resumes by splitting into two tasks, one side you have to use contact information. Contact information means name, mail ID, phone number. No, address, door numbers don't ask. That is olden days, I guess. They will give ready to write a letters. So you are selected for so and so company. If you watch either old movies like black and white, in movies also you may observe it. This person got a letter from so and so company. Now no need to mention the door numbers, Aadhaar card address, because there is a mail and mobile number. They will call you or they will drop you a mail, because we are still following that profession. But try to avoid it. No need to add your door numbers, village name, mandal, street name. Don't add it. Don't make it your resume too clumsy. Mail ID, mobile number, LinkedIn profile. That they are enough. If you wanna add GitHub profile, add it in the same place, or which is related to project, which project you are, the project related GitHub link. If you are having any certificates, all certificates you have to create in a folder, and that folder link completed certificates. What are the certifications you completed, like Excel, SQL, Power BI, Python, and in the next add that GitHub link. If they will check, if they click on that link, all complete certificates will open. Okay, na? Create that type of resumes. And objective, career objective. What is the spelling of career, guys? CARRIER, or ER, na? All of you know the difference between career and career. But go and check, 50% of the resumes having the same spelling, career. We are not carrying anything, guys. Career is different, career is different. There is a single letter. But if you are following some copied resumes, be careful with that. And if you are having any confusion about spellings, avoid this, just mention objective, or be careful with the spellings. And nowadays, if you are using Microsoft Word to edit, if there is any spelling mistake, it will highlight it. Okay, na? Observe it at least. And what is career objective? According to research report, 80% of resumes for experienced or fresher having a single career objective, copied from long, long ago. If you want to use the same but change it to yourself, guys. Okay, na? Add some words and try to cross check whether it is grammatically correct or not, and it is related to your field or not. Okay, na? Or I don't have any problem of this. If you remove career objective is also nothing problem, and remaining information if you add correctly, it's fine. Next, skills and projects. What are the skills you have generally? What are your skills? Power BI is your skill. Hmm. Yes, what are the skills means? Communication skills. Sir, I will copy if someone is writing in the resume. Power apps, power automate. So skills is also divided into two parts, guys, always. Technical skills and soft skills, hard skills. And few people will mention hard skills also in the resume. But don't add that word hard skills. But hard skills should be in your resume as a word. But don't highlight that hard skill. because 8 years should be qualified. Your resume means you need to present soft skills and hard skills both. How to represent also I will explain. And next you have to add education. Last section is always education, guys. Being a freshers also you can keep it education qualification in the last. And if there is no space in your resume to prepare one page, mention highest qualification only, and its percentage. If you have at least above 70%, mention percentage, or else don't mention percentage, guys. 40, 50, that is one of the weak point for you, because they want to disqualify the person have 50%. Okay, we'll go for another person. HR may think like that. If you have less number, less percentage, please avoid it. What is your college name and completed year? That's enough. If they ask what is your percentage, then mention it. Or if you are having 80%, 90%, 99.99%, you can mention. There is no problem. Did anyone have 99%? No one. At least 9 GPA? Mention. And if you want to mention all percentages, whether every stage, 10th, inter graduation or post graduation, if you have above 70%, only you can add it. One is 40, one is 80, one is 90. Except one, don't add remaining two percentages. Because my sir said like that only, sir. No. Either mention with every academic year with a percentage, or with no percentages in every year. Follow only one. And sections of resume also, these are the sections. First contact information, then summary or objective, or education skills, then what are the skills here related to technical skills and soft skills also, guys. If you have an experience, mention your experience. If you don't have an experience, if you have internship, add it in internship. If you don't have internship, mention your projects. So here experience or internship you have, mention that internship. If you don't have these two, directly go for projects. If you don't have projects, anyone here who didn't do any project, at least copied projects from here, whatever Sunil sir said, shared or Venki sir shared, retail AV project, everyone, common project. Okay. So next, if you completed certificates, anything, you can add it. Then additional information. Additional information means if you wanna mention your strengths or languages or hobbies, if space is sufficient and you are also having a knowledge on these three things, then you can add it, guys. Generally, what is your hobbies means? What will you mention?
Cooking, eating, playing cricket, related to job profile.
No, not related to job profile. It is your profession. You can mention anything. But do you have at least basic knowledge or not? Suppose if I mention my hobbies is a cricket. So what is the recent tournament happened, or in recent IPL who win the match? I don't know, sir. It is your hobby. Who win the recent match or IPL tournament? I don't know. Then means either the hobby is wrong or you don't have any interest on your hobbies as well. Then how can you have an interest on career? It may not be related to your career. Hobbies may be anything. Watching game movies or playing games is also a hobby. But if they ask at least a basic question, try to answer one thing at least. So what is your real hobbies? Try to mention. So browsing internet is also a hobby. But what will you browse? Only movie rules or how to download movies. iBomb, how to watch our web series without paying any OTT platforms. Hmm. So try to avoid even browsing internet as also. So I will try to browse these type of articles. Mention two or three websites as well. What are the new related articles they will post? Or I will check new news websites. But related to that, you have to mention at least one or two examples, that website names. Okay, na? Then mention any hobby. There is no problem, but you have to be aware about it. Then only mention languages.
Telugu, English.
Yeah. So first priority is for English, guys. Then Hindi or Telugu you can mention anywhere. First you can mention English, and few people will give 2 stars, one tick, one into mark, like speak, write, read. Instead of that, mention only languages. Okay, na? I know speaking, I know reading, I know writing. That is not required. You are not going for any BPO jobs. Okay, na? For BPO jobs, that is required. Are you able to read? Are you able to speak? Are you able to write? Or any typing related field? But here not required for your profession. Okay, now what are the language mention? Strengths means I will run 2 kilometers continuously. Sorry, till for